Well, either way, they dropped the ball on him, and a lot of people would argue that maybe they dropped the ball on Cesaro. Let's talk about Cesaro for a minute. Of course, he's still there, and a lot of fans remember he was so over that fans were passing out signs that said Cesaro section. There was a groundswell amongst the fans. We want this guy. And it felt like once upon a time they were going to try that. They flirted with the idea of him being a Paul Heyman guy. And then eventually Vince McMahon appeared on Stone Cold's podcast, which aired on the network. And Stone Cold was a big Cesaro fan, so he pushed for it. And it felt like the following week on TV, we were finally going to get some Cesaro promo time. Some people would say he flubbed a line. I forget exactly what it was, but he said something like, nobody can do what I can do in these 3 sides or 4 ropes or 3. And he sort of fumbled the line a little bit, whatever it may have been. And it felt like after that, we never really saw what we could have seen with Cesaro until the pairing with Sheamus came around. And I think a lot of fans will probably point to his run with Sheamus as his greatest success. What do you think it was about Cesaro that, and obviously things could change, he's still there, where he never quite reached his full potential within the WWE system?
He was probably outspoken, probably stood up for himself, which is not taken lightly or very well. This is a guy that did a giant swing on Khali, for God's sakes.
Right.
If you didn't see it, pull it up, find it. Had it not been for Big Show having a bad knee or a bad hip, and I can't remember which, it might have been a bad hip, he could have, he had the wherewithal to giant swing Big Show, for God's sakes. His hip being bad is the only thing that prevented it. Now, put that visual in your head. The guy is superhuman strong. When he was with Sheamus, if you go back again, you got to go back and watch matches. All the things that he had done to get himself over as a single when he became partners with Sheamus, these guys were heels. You didn't want to do all the pretty stuff. You didn't want to suplex a guy from the, who's on the outside all the way on the floor. You reach across, you're standing on the bottom rope and you stand him straight up, and suplex him into the ring. All those things that he did that were so incredible, they didn't do because they were a heel team and they were trying to get the baby faces over. And he sacrificed, like a lot of heels do, her cast into that tag slot. They end up losing their individuality, and their selfishness has to go away. They can't worry about just getting themselves other. They got 3 other guys in the ring to worry about. So that's what I thought happened. I think he probably still has the tools that he always had.